President says that he is going to be leaving the hospital. This is what he just tweeted. I will be leaving the Great Walter Reed Medical Center today at 6:30 p.m. Feeling really good, he said. Don't be afraid of COVID. Don't let it dominate your life. We have developed under the Trump administration some really great drugs and knowledge. I feel better than I did 20 years ago.
The theater of President Trump's return to the White House is bumping into fear today among White House staffers, many of whom say they are not getting updated information about the spread of coronavirus in the White House. The president appeared breathless as he climbed the steps to the Truman balcony and then shocked onlookers by removing his mask. Stephen Fabian begins our coverage.
President Trump's made-for-TV moment is getting major blowback today. He ripped off his mask, potentially putting the White House staff behind him in danger, including the official photographer who is right there.
He is likely expelling virus into the air. It looks like there's several people around him. I just don't get it. This breaks every protocol.
The powerful images striding up the White House stairs, standing on the Truman balcony as the sun was setting, dominated network news coverage.
It was almost like a clownish Eastern European dictator in terms of the propaganda and what he was trying to display. It was an obvious photo op.
When he retreated into the White House, Trump shot this video claiming victory over the virus.
Don't let it dominate you. Don't be afraid of it.
Should he be saying, don't be afraid of the virus? Should that be his message right now?
I asked Dr. Oz for his take.
I'm not going to advise the president what words to use, but as a doctor, I am very concerned about people disrespecting the virus and not paying attention to its potential damages.
Many also noticed that Trump seemed to be out of breath.
We could see he took his mask off. He had a bit of labored breathing.
There's a fatigue that lasts. When you begin to do any activity, walking up steps can require significant oxygen. You start to run out of reserves.
Dr. Anthony Fauci warned the president is not out of the woods by a long shot.
He looks fine, as you can see, the way he looked when he came out of the hospital. The issue is that he's still early enough in the disease that it's no secret that if you look at the clinical course of people, sometimes when you're 5 to 8 days in, you could have a reversal.
We're going to beat this coronavirus or whatever you want to call it, and we're going to beat it soundly. So many things have happened. If you look at the therapeutics, which I'm taking right now, some of them. I most of all appreciate what's been said by the American people, by almost a bipartisan consensus of American people. It's a beautiful thing to see.
Daniel, the candidates clashed over jobs, manufacturing, trade with China. I want to play one exchange.
The vice president earlier referred to, as part of what he thinks is an accomplishment, the president's trade war with China. You lost that trade war. You lost it. What ended up happening is because of a so-called trade war with China, America lost 300,000 manufacturing jobs.
I'd love to respond. Look, lost the trade war with China. Joe Biden never fought it. Joe Biden has been a cheerleader for communist China over the last several decades. And again, Senator Harris, you're entitled to your opinion. You're not entitled to your own facts. When Joe Biden was vice president, we lost 200,000 manufacturing jobs. And President Obama said they were never coming back. He said we needed a magic wand to bring them back. In our first 3 years after we cut taxes, rolled back regulation, unleashed American energy, this administration saw 500,000 manufacturing jobs created. And that's exactly the kind of growth we're going to continue to see as we bring our nation through this pandemic.
So, Daniel, did the candidates get the facts right on manufacturing?
Anderson, this exchange was kind of a mess on both sides. I'm going to start at the beginning. So Senator Harris said that 300,000 manufacturing jobs were lost because of Trump's trade war with China. Before the pandemic, there was actually a net gain under the Trump presidency of 483,000 manufacturing jobs. Now, many economists do believe that the trade war did cause some jobs to be lost and prevent further gains. But I haven't seen a credible estimate that it's as many as 300,000 losses. Now, Pence then said that 200,000 manufacturing jobs were lost under Obama and Biden. This, Anderson, is misleading by omission. Those losses occurred because Obama inherited a steep recession with manufacturing jobs plummeting. It was well underway when he took office. And the number of jobs kept falling until about a year into his tenure, more than 1 million lost in his first year alone. But then the trend reversed. And between March 2010 and the end of the Obama-Biden tenure in 2016, more than 900,000 were added. So no, Obama did not give up on manufacturing jobs. And relatedly, Pence, like Trump, claimed that Obama explicitly said manufacturing jobs were just gone, you couldn't bring them back. That's also misleading. Obama said at a 2016 PBS town hall that some were gone for good, but he also boasted of how many were being created under his leadership. Now, finally, Pence then boasted of 500,000 manufacturing jobs created in the first 3 years of the Trump presidency. Well, that's true. It was 483,000 as of February, but Pence ignored what happened in year 4, and that is the number of manufacturing jobs plummeted because of this pandemic. Through September, it's now a net loss of 164,000 manufacturing jobs since Trump took office. So bottom line, Harris was kind of misleading with the first stat. Pence was misleading in a number of respects with his last 3 claims. So neither of them was even close to perfect.
Then explain. You did not answer the question. Why did the president send out his press secretary, who's not just the spokesperson for Donald Trump? He also serves as the spokesperson for all of America at times. He speaks for all of the country at times. Why put him out there for the very first time in front of that podium to utter a provable falsehood? It's a small thing, but the first time he confronts the public, it's a falsehood? And you did not answer the question.
I did answer your question.
No, you did not. You did
Yes,
not answer the question of why the president asked the White House press secretary to come out in front of the podium for the first time and utter a falsehood. Why did he do that? It undermines the credibility of the entire White House press office on day one.
Don't be so overly dramatic about it, Chuck. You're saying it's a falsehood, and they're giving Sean Spicer, our press secretary, gave alternative facts to that. But the point remains.
Wait a minute. Alternative facts? Alternative facts, 4 of the 5 facts he uttered. The one thing he got right was Zeke Miller. 4 of the 5 facts he uttered were just not true. Look, alternative facts are not facts.
Thanks so much, Kayleigh. Welcome. Since it's been more than 100 days since the press secretary stood up there, I wanted to get a better sense of what your plan is. Are you planning to do these on a daily basis at this point? And also, will you pledge never to lie to us from that podium?
I will never lie to you. You have my word on that.
The other day he said they found a lot of ballots in a river. Who is they that found those ballots, and where is this river anywhere in this country?
The local authorities. It was a ditch in Wisconsin that they were found, and I can get the article to your inbox if you'd like. And you're missing the forest for the trees here. The point is...
No, I cover the news, and I like to report accurately in the news. And when the president says they found a lot of ballots in a river, I simply want to know where the river is.
There used to be curiosity. In fact, the Washington Post said mail-in voting is not ready to scale up in the middle of a pandemic. Now there's no journalistic curiosity when we're finding you in 100,000
I'm asking you where the river is, and you can't give an
answer. Sent out
if you say the president meant a ditch,
ballots, and then 100,000 more.
I just want to know where the river is.
And lack of journalistic curiosity.
I'm very curious. Where's the river?
Yeah. They have mailmen with lots of it. Did you see what's going on? Take a look at West Virginia. Mailmen selling the ballots. They're being sold. They're being dumped in rivers.
We're looking at the coronavirus and the president saying, look, we're not going to take people in from China right now.
This president will always put America first. He will always protect American citizens. We will not see diseases like the coronavirus come here. We will not see terrorism come here. And isn't that refreshing when contrasting it with the awful presidency of President Obama?
The virus, no threat to the president's re-election. You going to say that?
Not in the slightest. This president has this under control, and America will see that, just like with every single international incident. He knows what he's doing. What is bad for America is good for Democrats. It's incredible that they think this way. They root against the stock market. They root for this to take hold. They have a demented dream of taking down President Trump. It doesn't matter how many Americans they destroy in order to get there. The president is the best authority on this issue. He takes into consult the words of everyone around him. That would include Alex Azar. That would include Dr. Fauci. That would include others. So I'll leave it to the president. Right now, we're proceeding as normal. Joe Biden's looking for an excuse to get off the campaign trail. And let me just add, the media's best hope is for Donald Trump to suspend his rallies. We're not going to cave to the media. And Joe Biden, we're certainly not going to follow his lead as he tries to hide from the American people. And what did Joe Biden do? He called those travel restrictions xenophobic. Lives would have been lost had Joe Biden been our president.
They say I'm complicit. I'm the same like him. I support him. I don't say enough. I don't do enough.
No,
where I am, I'm working like a my ass.
I know
Christmas stuff. That who gives a about Christmas stuff and decoration? But I need to do it, right?
Yeah, but 100%. You have no choice.
And then I do it, and I say that I'm working on Christmas, planning for the Christmas, and they said, "Oh, what about the children? That they were separated? Give me a break."
yet to come.